Okay guys, the final installment. I finished this slingshot. This is the one I did from a piece of driftwood Seppman sent me from Spain. While he was on holiday, he picked it up, brought it back to Germany and shipped it to me. As you can see, even with everything I did to it, there's still some voids. That's how crazy this piece of wood is. You can also see this big spot here. That was actually rotten wood, but because I stabilized it in cactus juice, it's holding together. You can see another spot here. It's actually very strong. This is a design developed by Mr. Magpie. You can see a few more voids here. Some of them are filled with super glue. Some I just left for character. Then part of the stabilization process, the wood grain does get a little darker, but then when you rub it with oil, you can see it almost takes on a burned look to it. You see if I can get in closer and focus. A little too close maybe. You can see there's some voids in there. Nice grain. It's a beautiful piece of wood. I rubbed some tung oil on it. Rubbed some furniture wax on right after that. Ran it through my buffing. It's sanded to 600 grit. Let you look at some of the stuff on the end. Now, by the time you guys see this video, this will have already been sent to somebody. And this video will only be released from my private collection once that person receives it. But I just wanted you guys to have some time to see the video, see the actual slingshot. For those who don't know, the total length on this is probably in the 3.5 inch range. I believe it's designed to be held like this, at least that's how I designed it. And because you can hold it up so tight and so close, even though the fork is very stable and very solid, it doesn't really matter because you're holding it up so close. You're practically shooting bareback. You just have a piece of wood between your fingers that's holding up your bands a little bit. So what I'm basically saying is you don't really need anything strong. The only thing you got to be careful of, you don't want to put too heavy a band on here, because as small as this slingshot is and the way you got to hold it, if you're not shooting something big, you're going to get terrible band slap just because of the size of the slingshot. So you're probably going to band this pretty small and shoot decent, reasonable size ammo. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I've flipped this around long enough. You can see the way the grain waves and all of that. Seppman, good selection on the piece of wood. This one really challenged me. It took me a long time. You guys have seen, I think this is a 5th video. You've seen all the main steps in the process. You've also missed all the sanding and some of the patching with super glue in between. Anyway, hope you guys like it. Let me get one more shot of it. Thanks a lot for the challenge, Seppman.